I'm 99 years old. I've watched the stock market crash number of times, almost 18 times. I've built $2.6 billion alongside Warren Buffett over 60 years. And I'm about to tell you something I've never admitted publicly. I made mistakes too. Not small ones, costly ones. I could have had $2 million more at 70 if I hadn't spent my 40 seconds upgrading my lifestyle instead of upgrading my savings. I had the knowledge. I had the income. But I did what most people do. I told myself I'd get serious about money later. I bought the nicer car, the bigger house, the country club membership, and every year I delayed cost me compound growth I can never get back. That's not a lecture. That's math. And it's the same math that's working against you right now. Billionaires don't get rich by accident. Today I'm going to share 7 money rules that took me 70 years to learn. Rules I wish someone had forced me to follow at 35. Subscribe if you don't want to learn these the hard way like I did. Rule number 4 alone could save you $100,000. Let's begin. Rule number 1, live below your means. No matter what, this is the foundation of everything. Let me tell you about a man I knew. Let's call him Robert. Robert was a senior engineer at a Fortune 500 company. In 1985, when he was 30, he made $50,000 a year. He drove a Honda Civic, lived in a small apartment, saved about $5,000 a year. By 1995, Robert was 40. Now making $100,000. He deserved a better life, he said, so he bought a BMW. Moved to a bigger house. His kids went to private school. He was still saving $5,000 a year. By 2005, Robert was 50, making $180,000. Corner office, country club membership, vacations in Europe. He was still saving $5,000 a year. Robert broke rule number 1. Every time he made more, he spent more. At 62, he had $180,000 saved, not $1.8 million, $180,000. Now look at what billionaires do. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. I've lived in the same house for 70 years. We understand something that Robert didn't. According to the Federal Reserve, 37% of Americans earning over $150,000 still live paycheck to paycheck. 37% of people making $150,000 cannot cover an unexpected $400 expense. They broke rule number 1. The rule is simple. When your income goes up, your savings rate goes up, not your spending. The money you don't spend on a bigger house is money that compounds for decades. A $500,000 house upgrade at 50 doesn't cost you $500,000. At 7% annual returns, it costs you $2 million by the time you're 70. Live below your means, no matter how much you make. That's rule number 1, and it's the foundation for everything else I'm about to tell you. Rule number 2, start today, not tomorrow. Billionaires understand markets and time better than anyone. If you invest $500 a month starting at age 25, at 7% returns, you'll have about $1.2 million by 65. If you wait until 35 to start, you'll have about $567,000. If you wait until 45, you'll have about $246,000. Same $500 a month. But waiting 20 years cost you almost $1 million. Most people say, I'll start investing when I make more money, or I'll start when the kids are out of the house, or I'll start when the market stabilizes. These are excuses, and excuses are expensive. The first $100,000 is a bitch. It's hard, it's slow, it feels like nothing is happening. But once you cross that threshold, something magical happens. Your money starts making money faster than you can save it. At $100,000 with 7% returns, Your money generates $7,000 a year. At $500,000, it generates $35,000 a year. At $1 million, it generates $70,000 a year. That's the power of starting early. If you're over 50 and you haven't started, listen. You've lost the most powerful wealth building years. That's true. But you still have 15 to 20 years. $1,000 a month for 15 years. At 7% is still $317,000. Start today. Not next month. Today. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. That's rule number 2. Rule number 3, never sell in a crash. This is the rule that separates billionaires from everyone else. In 2008, the stock market fell 50%. I watched smart, successful people sell everything at the bottom. They couldn't take the pain anymore. They sold when their $1 million was worth $500,000. Then the market recovered. By 2013, it was back to where it was before the crash. By 2020, it had tripled. Those who sold at the bottom, their $1 million is still $500,000. Those who followed rule number 3, their $1 million became $3 million. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the impatient to the patient, from the emotional to the rational, from those who break the rules to those who follow them. Billionaires know this. When everyone is selling, that's when they buy. When everyone is panicking, that's when they stay calm. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. In March 2020, when COVID crashed the market, I didn't sell a single share. I was 96 years old. I could have justified selling, but I knew what I owned. I knew the businesses were solid. 6 months later, the market had fully recovered. If you can't watch your portfolio drop 50% without selling, you need to fix that, because crashes will happen. And in that moment, your job is to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's rule number 3. Rule number 4. Boring makes you rich. This is the rule I told you could save you $100,000. And it's the opposite of what most people believe. In 2021, I met a 8-year-old accountant, smart man, good career, had $400,000 saved. His nephew told him about Dogecoin. "Uncle, it's going to the moon." Elon Musk tweeted about it. He put $150,000 in. At the peak, it was worth $600,000. He didn't sell. "It's going higher," he said. 6 months later, it was worth $31,000. He lost 80% of his retirement on a meme coin because his nephew saw a tweet. He broke rule number 4. Billionaires don't chase the next big thing. They own boring businesses that make money year after year. Coca-Cola, banks, railroads, insurance companies. Nothing exciting. Everything profitable. The stock market has returned about 10% annually over the last century. Not 50%, not 100%, 10%. And that boring 10% has made more millionaires than every exciting scheme combined. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. Anyone promising 50% returns is either lying or will soon be in jail. Real wealth is built slowly, quietly, boringly. I've made my fortune being patient and boring, not by being clever. By owning good businesses for a long time. That's not exciting. But it works. The accountant wanted excitement. If he had put that $150,000 in a boring index fund instead, he'd have $180,000 today, not $31,000. Boring makes you rich. That's rule number 4. Rule number 5. Keep 12 months of expenses in cash, always. Billionaires never get caught without cash. According to Bankrate, 56% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency with savings, not $10,000. $1,000. These people have broken rule number 5. A woman I know, 54 years old, teacher for 25 years. Her transmission died, $4,200 repair. She didn't have it, so she took a 401k hardship withdrawal. $4,200 became $6,000 after taxes and penalties. Then her property tax bill came, another withdrawal. Then her son needed help with college, another one. By 58, she had withdrawn $47,000 from her retirement. The real cost after lost compound growth, over $150,000. If she had followed rule number 5, that $4,200 car repair would have cost $4,200, not $150,000. Cash isn't dead money. It's insurance against being forced to make bad financial decisions. It's what lets you follow all the other rules. Billionaires keep cash. Berkshire Hathaway has over $150 billion in cash right now. Not because we're scared, because we're smart. Cash lets us buy when everyone else is selling. Cash lets us sleep at night. If you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you survive without selling investments? If it's less than 12 months, fix it. That's rule number 5. Rule number 6. Stay in your circle. Billionaires know what they understand, and they stay there. I've had a rule my entire career. If I can't understand how a business makes money in 10 minutes, I move on. Complexity is the enemy of wealth. Warren and I call it circle of competence. Know what you understand. Stay inside that circle. The size of your circle doesn't matter. What matters is knowing where the edges are. I've passed on hundreds of investments because I didn't understand them. Some made other people rich. Many made people poor. I'd rather miss an opportunity than lose money outside my circle. People ask me about cryptocurrency. I don't understand it, so I don't own it. People ask me about NFTs. I don't understand them, so I don't own them. People ask me about complex derivatives. I understand them, and that's why I don't own them. Here's a test for any investment. Can you explain how it makes money? Can you explain the risks? Can you explain what would make it fail? If you can't answer all 3, it's outside your circle. You know what I do understand? Coca-Cola sells drinks. People keep drinking them. Costco sells products cheap. People keep buying them. That's my circle. It's not fancy, but I understand it. A simple portfolio inside your circle will beat a complex portfolio outside it, every time. That's rule number 6. Rule number 7. Retire to something, not from something. This is the rule that billionaires follow until the day they die. Most people think the goal is to retire as early as possible. Get out of the rat race. Sit on a beach. But I've watched people retire at 55 and be dead by 60. Not from lack of money, from lack of purpose. I'm 99 years old. I never retired. Warren is 93. He goes to work every day. Not because we need the money, because work gives us purpose. It keeps our minds sharp. It gives us a reason to wake up in the morning. I'm not saying work at a job you hate until you die. That's not what this rule means. The rule is, have a plan for what you're retiring to. I've seen men work until 70, retire, and die within a year. They spent their whole lives building wealth they never got to use. They retired from their job, but they didn't retire to anything. The happiest retirees I know aren't sitting on a beach doing nothing. They're volunteering, teaching, starting small businesses. They're staying engaged with life. They followed rule number 7. Before you retire, answer this question. What are you retiring to? If you don't have an answer, you're not ready. Time without purpose is not freedom. It's a prison. And financially, every year you work is a year you're not drawing down your savings. Working just 2 extra years can add 10 years to how long your money lasts. Retire to something. That's rule number 7. 7 rules. That's it. Live below your means. Start today. Never sell in a crash. Boring makes you rich. Keep 12 months cash. Stay in your circle. Retire to something. I learned these rules the hard way. I made mistakes. I lost money. I wasted time. Now you know them too. Without paying the price I paid. In the comments, tell me, which rule do you need to work on most? Be honest. I'll read every single one. And if someone you love needs to hear these rules, share this video with them. Subscribe. I'll see you next week.